What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the uncrowned Otaku. Latest chapter solo leveler dropped today. You know I had to hop up on that because guess what? We are at war. It happened. It played out just the way what's the name? Hwang Dong-soo. It played out exactly how he planned it. He probably didn't plan for Jin Woo to put up such a good fight. I keep thinking my camera's down here, but the focal point is actually over here. Anyways, he didn't expect Jin Woo to put up a fight. He thought Thomas Andre would just demolish this dude for him. But what he didn't account for was that there's two armies here. We got the army of the Shadow Monarch versus whatever ruler Thomas Andre is borrowing his power from. And when it first started, Thomas Andre was like, "This is your last chance. Admit your mistakes. Say you're sorry. Bow down. You gotta get real high and mighty." And Jin Woo was just like, "Hold one of these, my boy." And then he's like, "Charge!" First of all, the Hunters, is it the Hunter? No, the Hunters Guild is over. I think that is the American guild name. And I think that's also in Korea too. Or are they the Scavengers? Who knows? Anyways, they are a legit like force. All the tanks moved up first, like shields deployed. They used their techniques. Big shield just popped up. But the problem is, they're fighting shadow warriors that will keep coming back as long as Jin Woo has mana. And we've seen his mana pool. He ain't running out no time soon. And Jin Woo sent away 3 of his heaviest hitters. The bug dude isn't there because he's protecting Jin Woo's family. The dragon's not there because it's flying Vice Guild Leader away. And the knight is also with Vice Guild Leader. 3 of his heaviest hitters aren't there, and he's still about to wreck this American guild. But the biggest thing here is that Thomas Andre, he used reinforcement. It was dope when the other national class was like, "Oh, y'all think y'all about to just run up in here and kill me?" Bow, spiritual, whatever he did, spiritual manifestation. And he started turning into, I called this long before. I was like, he gets his powers from the ruler. Look back like 3 solo leveling videos. I called this. They get their powers from rulers. I called this. I'm probably not the only one because they made it kind of obvious. But point is, I saw it coming. He did that, and then Thomas Andre was like reinforced, straight turned into like a ruler. And that's when Jin Woo was like, the 5 people that survived the Kamish conflict, they probably survived because the rulers granted them power, or like is manifesting inside of them, or whatever is happening. Well, granting them powers, because we know when the other monarchs came, they were talking to the ruler up above, but the dude thought they was talking to him. So they had to X him out real quick. But yeah, so it's just confirmed that all national level hunters get their powers from the rulers, which then further confirms that humanity gets their powers from the rulers. The rulers are granting hunters some, not necessarily rulers, but rulers and probably their like helpers is granting humanity some power. We don't know why they're granting the power. We don't know what they're doing it for. Is it just to ward off the monarchs and the army of creatures? Who knows? This could mean Jin Woo is actually fighting for the wrong team. We don't know how deep this runs and what's the root cause of each force. That's the mystery here. But the biggest, I keep saying the biggest thing, this chapter was just full on war. War has started. The Shadow Army demolished Thomas Andre's guild. Like even during the fight, he was like, Thomas Andre realized, I'm gonna just call him Thomas. Thomas realized my guys can't fight like this. They can't fight these people. And then he looked back and they just lay out, hopefully I put a picture up where you just see him splattered all over the place. And he's like, all right, I gotta fight Jin Woo. He tries to fight him. Jin Woo, like, he's dipping, dodging, scatting, bebopping. He gets in Andre's defense. Bow, gives him a good shot, makes him, well, first the dagger don't really affect him. But after that, he catches him with a hook. Bow, makes that man bleed his own blood. And from Andre's reaction, I'm gonna keep switching up his name. Sounds like he hasn't been hurt in a while. Because the pure fact that he got hurt, he took mad offense to. And that's what caused, he's like, I'm gonna stop underestimating you. Yeah, that he reinforced. Use the black hole. And even with the black hole, Jin Woo was like, man, that ain't nothing. Ruler's authority, my boy. You ain't catching me slipping. What you think this is? This ain't my first rodeo, partner. But yeah, it's nice to see. This looks like it's gonna be an actual competitive fight for Jin Woo. We haven't seen a competitive fight with him in a long time. Probably the creator was the last real like Jin Woo might lose. We got a little bit of fear here. Is he strong? That was the last real fight we saw him in. This whole Thomas Andre thing, the army's not even a big deal. Shadow armies are gonna hold him down 100%. Crap, my TV. The Shadow Warriors, they're gonna hold him down 100%. Because he got the mana, ain't nothing gonna affect him. The humans will probably die. all of Andre's army, they're probably going to die. Let's just call a spade a spade. But can Andre weather the storm? Is somebody going to intervene? Because if nobody intervenes, Andre's dead. I don't care what ruler he gets his power from. Andre is dead. Anybody that comes up against Jin Woo, they're dead. You hear me? You're dead. Don't let me get in the mix. I dare you. But nah, he's going to catch that L. Sung Jin Woo hasn't even used like his crypt chain, his link chain. He hasn't used none of his techniques. And he's already forced Andre to use his reinforcement, which is probably his ace up his sleeve. I say it's competitive, but it's still going to be a wrap for your boy. Again, doesn't have his strongest shadows, hasn't used his techniques. What chance does Andre stand? And after he's done beating up Andre, if he doesn't kill him, he'll incapacitate him and wound his pride forever. Hwang Dong-soo is catching it next. He actually deserves to die. I hope he catches a perma L. But yeah, it's been a great chapter. Can't wait for next week. I don't want them to drag this on, but I do want to see this fight last a little bit. I don't want it to come to an end next week. I feel like there's so much that can be unveiled about what's to come in the future. Secrets that can be like unleashed upon us throughout this fight. There's so much potential here. And the fight is going to be so great. It's of epic proportions. You already saw when the non-hunters were on their way, or the low-rank hunters, they were like, stop. If we go any further, we'll probably die. There's psychokinesis being involved. So good. This was such a great chapter, and it's laying a great foundation on what's to come, the building blocks and the epic fights that we're going to have down the line. It's magnifique. But what did y'all think? Comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that social media jazz. It's your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. I'm out of here.